'Twas the day before Easter, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, 'cause they was all dead. No, sorry, that's not, it doesn't rhyme. I knew something like doesn't rhyme. Pillock. Okay, Thursday the 9th, and I'm about to bugger off and watch I don't know what they're called, a live stream from the guy in Retford, where we should be. Well, we shouldn't be now, we should have been back home by now, but we should have been there before we were back here. Before we were back here, we should have been there eating in his restaurant and drinking some of his beer. But yeah, sadly we're not. So anyway, he's going to do a thing cast, not web stuff, a live stuff, bollocks, you know what I mean. Now, as a part of my vlog, and actually it was him who uses that term, I didn't use that term before then because I didn't know it existed. I do now. I did a vlog on it was about last Sunday. I think I put the vlog up on Monday or Tuesday after I'd edited it, because I had to, well, I did two. I did a brew out here, which is on a couple up the list or down the list in YouTube things stuff, of a brew that I did out here, and it's brilliant. I loved it, fantastic. But I kept noticing loads and loads of people walking up and down. I kept swearing about them, so I had to edit that. And then I did a time lapse with a camera I had here. Did a time lapse along here, which is also, that's the vlog, by the way. The brew was not a vlog. The brew was, yeah, doesn't matter. And it's like Piccadilly Circus along here. Rough estimate, 300 to 400 people we counted going up and down, and that's how wide the towpath is. You can't really see from here. If I get something like that, and then go, where's the thing? Right, that is there. It's very narrow. It's very narrow. You haven't got, even at the widest point there, under the bridge, under the railway bridge, that is just about 2 meters, and you'd almost fall in a canal if you kept 2 meters between you. Now, here's the thing, I'm really safe over here because those gates are always locked and whatever, and I'm not going to get contaminated by any of these fucking idiots, but these fucking idiots are going to get contaminating themselves, innit? You know what I mean? And then we're going to prolong this here pandemic. Right? If every cunt stayed at home, right, we'd be able to manage it a lot better. Right? We're not going to manage it until we actually get get some kind of a way of immunising people. Herd mentality, forget that. Right? That's a government death penalty for the vulnerable and the elderly and whatever, right? But until we get a vaccine, the best way of dealing with this, believe me now, right, me telling you, and actually, you know, I'm qualified to say this. You know, I can put on my posh voice that I use with SPADs and special advisors and government fucking parliamentary private secretary wankers. I'm qualified to say this. The way to protect yourself and your... I've had a beer, by the way. The way to protect yourself and your family and your community is to assume that everybody else has got this fucking virus, right? If you assume that everybody else, their sole life mission is to kill you by passing it on to you, then you'll be safe, wherever that might be. So, anyway, I did start drinking early because the sun is always over the yard arm somewhere in the world. Most of the time, I can be professional if I want to be. I don't want to be right now. What I want to be is human, and I want to try and help my fellow humans to try and survive this fucking abortion of a fucking pandemic with a government who, seriously, I don't know. You know, we have got, and I'm going to go off on one again, just please indulge me just for a couple of seconds, right? We've got a Prime Minister who boasted about shaking hands in hospitals. We've got a Prime Minister who's so fucking arrogant or stupid that he couldn't take his own advice and is now been in intensive care for 4 days. If that doesn't fucking worry you, you're probably already dead. Not only that, he's taking up somebody else's space because of his arrogance and because he thought he was above taking his own advice. What a cunt. Right, I'm going to have a drink now and go and listen to this this live stream from Chris over in Retford. This is a very strange situation, I have to admit. I'm watching a live stream from Chris Harrison Hawks over in Retford, and he's just said that I swear a lot, the cunt. Fucking hell. Anyway, Chris, cheers. I'll add this to my vlog, and I only started calling them a vlog after you sort of like coined the term.
His alter ego, though, started his career on Big Brother years and years ago, and then had a TV series called Bo Selector, which was really quite funny if you was a young lad, but I seem to have grown out of it a little bit as I've got older.
This is like one of those I don't know, watching you, watching me. Right, I'm going to carry on drinking this now. I'm on the front of the boat, just waiting for docs to come for their daily bread. Alright, back soon. I think over Easter I'm going to get the little mannequin piss up here on top of a boat, pissing into the canal. Look, he's still going, look. He had his Weetabix this morning, did Chris. It's interesting stuff. He's talking about CIP now, which is a sort of like constant bane of my life. I think I'm just going to use neat fucking caustic soda in future.
Or even an immersion chiller or anything like that with soft metals, particularly copper and brass in it, because the peracetic acid will just eat it, and you'll be upset that you haven't got anything left. Spider's been for a stroll.
It's going to be a long shutdown, this, and things like this, right, are vital. If you can do it, do it. Anything you can do to attenuate the fucking boredom, do it.
It's good to see that we've got quite a few Retfordians in the chat. Usually, in the past anyway, I'll Tony Howard say, how you doing, mate? In the past when I've done the live streams,
because these sort of things, what he is doing here, are a lifeline for people. It doesn't matter, even if you want to do something about, you know, how to do a plat loaf or something, or, you know, how to hoover your dog, then those are the sort of things that are worth doing. I'm going to do a how to put a boat window in the top of a boat video after 4 years. I might not either. Oh, I do love this canal, you know, but what's weird was just as this shutdown started, we was on our way down to the Chesterfield Canal to go and see his new restaurant he's opened, and have a little look around his brewery, which puts my little jobby to shame. But we were just past Doncaster, and I got a nod, because as some of you all know, I'm on a couple of top secret squirrel mailing lists, and someone said, look mate, fuck off home or you won't get back. So we did. We turned around and we got back just as they were dropping water out of canal here, and a day later they closed the flight, so we would have been stranded at somewhere like Rotherham or somewhere. But we're going to go to his pub called the Brew Shed in Retford, which is about an hour's drive from here, but worth it. And his brewery, Harrison's Brewery, is going to start doing some mail order. In fact, I'm going to send him an email in a minute when he's done with all this, because I can link him in with an e-commerce developer who won't charge him, who's done the madebymartin.co.uk site, made by Martin with a y.co.uk, and Wendy, who does that, is bored at the moment, so she'll do it, and she'll be paid by beer via me if he wants to. It might not be a long-term solution, but it'd be a good quick interim solution to get him into an e-commerce solution thing. Right, God, I need another drink. This, by the way, is for another local brewery, our friends Dan and Martha at the brewery of St. Mars of the Desert. Again, like little family brewery, and those are the ones that are likely to suffer if we do not find some way of putting some money into their bank account, because this lockdown is not going to be over quickly, and a lot of people are going to be suffering, and it won't be the big Tory donor companies that will be suffering, believe me, it will be the little companies. So get a way to put some money into your local brewery, your local pub. Find a way of supporting them, your local sandwich shop, your local panini stroke record shop bar, Cole's Corner, Sheffield, all of those. Find a way of putting some money into their bank account, because if you want them to be there in a few months, that's the only way that you're going to do it. Because the government, forget all this stuff, right, that the Chancellor's been saying about the help, it ain't there, right? It's little piecemeal bits. And if 1,000 people, right, bought a 20 quid mini keg, right, from Chris's place in Retford, right, if 1,000 people bought a 20 quid mini keg, that's his fucking wage bill for a month, right? I think that's all his rent and his other stuff kind of like pretty much fucking covered. So his wage bill is partly covered by the furlough. But anyway, I'm banging on a little bit now, because if you want these places to still be here, it's down to you. It's like when people were saying, oh, the fucking post office is shut, and I say, well, how often did you use it? Oh, I didn't use it. That's why it's fucking shut, you dickhead. Right, time for a drink. It's Thursday. We're coming up to the thing we call Easter, where mostly people should be out walking in the countryside and going for a pub lunch or having a barbecue with their mates and all that sort of stuff. Don't do it this year. Really, seriously, guys, don't fucking do it. Really. Oh, don't. Right, anyway, I'm going to go back to listening to this because I am. So, speak soon.
Available at the brew shed.
He's still going. How fucking cool is that? This guy has got stamina.
The coconut has a lot of oil in
Well, I'm assuming so. I'm not going to ask his missus, but he's still going. That is good. Duracell. In fact, he'd get on well with Simon, wouldn't he? Fucking hell, they could go all night. Right, back soon. It's ever so slightly misty down there now. I don't know what time it is. It's probably about 7:30, 7:45. But if I was to look at what time it was, that would do that on the camera, so I won't do that. Right. This is what I was going to mention, is tomorrow. You're right, darling. How you doing, sweetheart? Tomorrow, if I could work out how to do it, I might do a live stream, but I doubt it. As some of you know, I make these rather interesting wood burnings. They're called Lichtenbergs, and the way you do this is by chucking 5,000, 10,000 volts through an electrolyte into a bit of wood, and it makes these patterns. It's actually, if you look at this channel and look at anything that starts burn, like what you're watching now, it starts vlog, VLOG, which, as I mentioned earlier, was one of Chris Harrison's things. He does these wonderful life blogging sort of things. Well worth subscribing to his channel, believe me. But this is vlog stuff to do with a brewery. Then the first thing in YouTube says brew. Stuff to do with the Lichtenberg burnings starts with burn. I try and keep things simple. I like 4-letter words, and tomorrow I'm going to do a special one. I'm going to attempt something that I haven't attempted before, which is a replication of somebody's brand image logo. Some people might guess what that is, but I'm not going to spoil it until I try it. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I might try it as a live stream, but I doubt it because can't be asked. But I'll put it up as a video anyway, so that'll be for tomorrow. That's it for today. Day before Easter. Thursday, the day before Easter. Please stay in tomorrow. Do something interesting. Handcuff the kids in the cellar and have sex in the garden. That sort of thing. Tell the kids it's an escape adventure game. Sorry, I didn't mean that at all. I think I've had too much to drink. Until next time, boys and girls, thanks for watching this rubbish. If you find this even slightly interesting, what I'm trying to do, you know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make content. I'm not much of a video maker, producer. Look at that. That could be. I think that will be the screenshot for the end. I'm not a video maker. I'm a fucking scientist, for God's sake. Professor, by the way, if that's, but I'm trying to make some content that makes you staying in, or makes it slightly easier. I'm not an expert on anything apart from stuff that I don't make videos on, because I can't really make a video on research methodology. I tried that in one of the previous vlogs when I asked you why would the death of a pope cause a run on quaint little English gift shops. But I don't know, it weren't really that interesting, I don't think, was it? So I do stuff like this. And if you do find this interesting, helpful, fun, or even just takes away the boredom a little bit, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It'd be lovely to have you, and Delilah will offer you all sorts of sexual favours in your dreams. Thanks ever so much for watching. Have a great Easter. Tomorrow I'll do a burn video. Cheers, boys and girls.
Trying to control the chat, folks.
Just as a postscript, I've just done all the editing for the vlog. And it's still going. Respect, mate. Respect.